Hey, everybody. Hello,
Hello.
Azir. Doing better now. It got dicey.
The lights are on, and someone is home.
Someone is.
God.
How about now? Can you hear me now, friends? That ought to be better. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you. We're back. It is not you having sound issues, Corbin. It was the fact that my mic was muted. We were having some technical issues both inside and outside of YouTube today. The small hamlet where Justin lives was out of power up until like no shit 5 minutes before we got here to broadcast, so there was a little bit of scrambling.
I prefer to call it a hamlet.
A hamlet,
A
but
hamlet.
we are back. We are back now, or at least we should be back now. I'm hearing in my monitors that we should be good to go, but let me know in the chats if anything is going wrong. We are War Games News Radio. This is Fistful of Neutrons, episode 16 of our Fallout 2D20 live adventure. So we should be back on track now. Thank all of you folks for coming in and joining us here today. Lots of familiar faces. Looks like in the chat we've got Vault Viking, George Keith, Corbin Bear. Looks like Pandora's Box. Not sure if we've seen you before in the chat, but thank you so much for joining in. Looks like a lovely cast of characters, and we'll have some other folks dropping in and out as
Do
we
you guys like our new layout? Did you like the newfangled intro that we had? If you caught it.
We're trying to just push the polish and the production value just a little bit here, and that is a lot of that is due to our awesome donors on Patreon. So thank you everyone for supporting the channel. It's always great to hear that what we're doing is resonating with you folks enough to throw us a little bit of shekels, and that's pretty awesome. But if you're gonna throw us shekels today, we ask that you throw them towards Fallout for Hope and Project Hope throughout until the situation in Ukraine gets a little bit better and they don't need our help anymore. We are going to be gathering funds for Project Hope and their Fallout for Hope campaign, which is going towards humanitarian aid relief in Ukraine. Unless you've been living under a rock, it's probably painfully aware that there is a pretty serious and dire situation going on in Ukraine. These days, and we are helping to raise funds through Project Hope and Fallout.
And you guys have
Hope.
crushed it the last two broadcasts in a row. You have blown us out of the water with our goals.
We keep having to up the ante, which is pretty awesome. Our first goal was set at
I'm going to go over
$200.
there right now.
Please do, yeah, and you can follow along with us, and you'll see at the bottom of your screen, we've got a tracker going on there as well. Our original goal was at 200, blew past that in the first episode, cranked it up to 5, blew past that, and now we're up to 750 is our new goal, and we're already almost there. $639 because the mysterious donor, aka the mysterious stranger, has struck again and donated another $100 to our funds. I'm just blown away. This is amazing, and it's extra special because all of the funds gained through Project Hope and Fallout for Hope are now being matched by an anonymous donor as well, up to $300,000, which is pretty amazing.
Let's get there.
Yeah, let's get there, right? There's tens of thousands of dollars already been raised. Folks are streaming, Fallout 76, Fallout 4, anything Fallout related. We're one of the few doing RPG games, but I know that the Capricious Nature, Rob Mulligan, and the Cyberpunk Uncensored crew, I think that they're getting involved with this as well. So that's super fun. It's really cool to see the community come together, and it's all because of you folks that we're able to raise these funds. So if you can't donate today, but if you can, please consider doing so. Every dollar helps. If you throw in a couple bucks, it gets matched, so every dollar equals 2, so on and so forth. If you can't donate, consider spreading the word to friends, family, anyone who might be able to throw a couple of dollars. Like we say, we're very humbled by all of these donations, and every little bit helps. So if you're gonna throw us some money, consider doing it that way. If you want to get yourself a little bit of swag and also donate to Project Hope, you can head on over to our new merch store, which launched earlier this week. You can find links to that in the description below, as well as to the Project Hope link donation page there. 50% of all of the funds that we raise for the first month, and probably going further than that, depending on how things go, from our merch store will go towards our Project Hope kitty as well. So anything you buy from there, and we've got all kinds of new gear, which is a lot of fun. New stuff, some new mugs, some crafting aprons, t-shirts, hoodies, the whole 9 yards. You can get it there, and you can get yourself some swag and go towards donating towards Project Hope. So thanks to everyone for tuning in, for donating, and for coming back week after week. We do this for you folks. It's just amazing to see everyone coming back week after week, and we are loving doing it. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can catch up on all of the other 2D20 action, as well as Fallout Wasteland Warfare, battle reports, reviews, Skyrim Sundays, series, crafting videos, and lots more. There's going to be lots of new Wasteland Warfare content coming in the next couple of weeks because the Commonwealth Wave has just been released as of today, which is super exciting. And we've got some fun Modifius goodies coming our way for some reviews. So that's very exciting. So keep an eye on the skies and watch this space, as they say, because we'll have lots more stuff coming. You can find links to our Discord, social media, all that fun stuff. A lot of the folks watching here tonight are already on the Discord, but if you're not, consider heading over there. We have all kinds of great chats about everything Fallout, 2D20, and tabletop games. So one last thing before we get into the show here proper, the obligatory content warning in that the world of Fallout does tend to deal with some adult themes, if you will. Not XXX adult, but there will be some...
I mean, we can get there if you want.
I mean, that's we're going to have to get a lot of donations up
Mistakes
on the...
do happen.
Mistakes
do happen.
But we do deal with some violence, coarse language, and some mature subject matter. So be aware that anything that might happen in a Fallout type universe or in the post-apocalypse may happen here, and it might not be the show for you, but I think it is because you're here already. So let's get to it. Before we go into the show proper, let's go around our virtual tabletop and reintroduce our cast of lovely characters, starting with the effervescent, I guess I'll call you today, Grant the Rifleman Kingsmith. Grant, tell us a little bit about yourself and your rightfully alter ego.
Yeah, I'm Grant Kingsmith. People call me the Rifleman. I was born at a very young age. Now, I've come to believe more than ever, and more than anything, that as long as we all put our minds together, there's an infinite list, nearly infinite, of things we just can't do.
Amen. Truer words have never been spoken. Thank you.
Didn't know you became a philosopher all of a sudden, Grant.
That's deep. I like it. He slings bullets and he spits wisdom. Moving on down the line, we have Yuri, as played by Justin. Justin, tell us about yourself and Yuri Andropov.
Yeah, my name is Justin. I'm a lifelong nerd, gamer, and I play the character Yuri Andropov. He is a ghoul, a caravaner, and a ex/still practicing Catholic priest in the wasteland. Do-gooder, and tries to bring a little bit of goodness into this world.
You know what? A little bit of good is, I think, goes a long way in a pretty nasty wasteland. And last up on our lovely cast and crew, here is Raj. Raj playing Johnny Bottlecap. Tell us a little bit about Johnny and yourself there, Raj.
Johnny Bottlecap here. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. Raj play the character of Johnny Bottlecap. He's quite a lovable little scamp. Apt to get up into anyone's business for any number of reasons. Lots of gusto. Is that the right word? I think I'm gonna go with gusto.
I like gusto.
He's got it in spades, and excited to see what he gets up to today.
full of pith and vinegar.
As pith and vinegar, that's good. That's very pithy
Okay,
of
like
you.
that.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
smart.
hear
That's smart.
That
Yeah.
one if you want.
Well, I'm
Every
also
time I
excited.
hear the description, every time I hear the description of Johnny, I picture a chihuahua with like 2 avocado-sized balls.
All right.
Sorry,
It's an interesting
please go
visual.
ahead now.
That is quite the visual.
Yeah,
Grant.
it's odd.
This is why he had to do a disclaimer.
But it's apt.
I keep talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything can happen, including that. What just
Including
happened?
Whatever
that was.
And you know what? This is why we're all here today, is to have a little bit of lighthearted fun. But before we go into that lighthearted, wastelandy fun, again, consider heading on over to our Project Hope page. Find the link in the description down below and donating there today. I do see some folks in the chat. We're throwing up the prize pack. We actually don't have a giveaway today, but because you folks have thrown something into the prize pack hat there, let's say that, yeah, sure, fuck it, why not? Let's do. You want to do a giveaway?
Let's do a fucking
Yeah,
giveaway.
Get
Get on Instagram or Facebook or whatever right now and blast us out. Blast us.
Just give us a blast.
That's a great choice of words there, Yuri.
We're about to be
Tag
inundated
War
with
Games
pictures.
News Radio and exclamation prize pack,
Yeah.
and you'll be entered to win something.
Yeah, fuck it.
What are we?
Throw-
Yep, we're definitely.
Throw
What
it
are
all
we
against
doing?
the wall. Yeah.
What are you even doing here?
Tell
There's a
us.
lot of spaghetti being thrown around right now.
Tell us your mother's maiden name, the street you grew up on as a child, and
Your social
your
security
insurance number.
and the make and model.
Last 3 of your social.
Yep.
First 6 of your social.
First 6 of your social, comment in the comment section here, exclamation point prize pack, and yeah, you know what? We've got merch. Let's give away some of our new merch.
We have merch.
What do we say?
Hey, merch.
Look at this
merch.
Mistakes Do Happen.
We got some
Want
merch.
to do a Mistakes Do Happen t-shirt?
Yeah, we've got brand new Mistakes Do Happen t-shirts, and one of them can be yours. So everyone in the chat there, comment exclamation point prize pack. We'll do a draw when we come back from halftime, and yeah, okay, we're doing a giveaway today. Who fucking
Did we
knew?
just get bullied into doing a giveaway? We
I
kinda
mean-
did. Anyway, let's play some Fallout.
Yes.
Prize pack,
Let's
prize pack.
do that. Donate to Project Hope. Prize pack in the comments. Bob's your uncle. Cats and dogs
It
living
is.
together. It's pandemonium. It's good.
Cats and dogs.
Pandemonium.
Great.
I'm pretty
So,
sure I saw a
Alright.
hamster in there too. Okay, go.
there might be. Let's get into the wasteland. Let's get
into it.
wasted, if you will. Boulder City, the largest and finest trading hub in the wasteland that is known as the Colorado Territories. It is a far cry from Longmount, where you three have recently begun to call home. It's been 4 days now since you all returned to Boulder City as triumphant, resounding heroes, succeeding where all others failed, and hauling Crimson Caravan's water tanker down to the Grand Western Reservoir near Dogtown and back again. It was no easy task bringing this water back to Boulder City, which was much, much needed. On the way, you dealt with wild dogs, raiders, mirelurks, and even the remnants of Caesar's Legion themselves. But you were able to make it back, and in return for hauling the water tanker, the Crimson Caravan have agreed to stock your newly minted trade route back to Longmount with enough goods to keep the town afloat for the foreseeable future. Now, you also went a little side questy and negotiated a side deal with local merchant Trader Joe, who is sending even more high-end goods now, and also one very sought-after water purifier to Longmount in exchange for a share of the profits in your trade route and the water sales. There was a number of pretty good and clutch rolls which were able to get that little bonus done, and as a result, you're going to get a little bit of a kickback. But that's if all goes well with the trade route, and that is yet to be
What
seen.
could go wrong?
What mistakes
Nothing possibly could go wrong.
happen? But after securing this little side hustle with Trader Joe, you all ran into a familiar face, or if robots have faces, I'm not sure, but your old pal, Mr. Microwave. You also ran into some highwaymen who held Grant in some esteem, and you made a quick stop at the local weapons emporium run by the gunsmith Specs and her aging caretaker, Jerry. You threw some dice, managed to get some upgrades for your weapons, which is never a bad thing in the wasteland, but it's not all rosy here in the territories, as word of your run-in with the Legion remnants has led to a bit of a contract of a different type. the new California Republic, who've set up a forward operating base here in the city of Boulder, well, they've requested something special of you. They've asked that you three help Colonel Henry's soldiers track the Legion back to their hidden camp, and in exchange, Colonel Henry has guaranteed that the NCR will keep the roads to Longmount clear of hostiles for your trade route. They're not offering hired muscle, but they've said they'll do what they can to keep the roads clear. Now, should you choose to aid the NCR, you're to meet with Sergeant Brooks in the morning. But for now, you find yourselves back in a familiar spot, the Brahmin Tail Saloon. Now, the crowd is fairly lubricated, given that it's not even dinner time yet. But the usual cast of rabble-rousers and card sharks, caravanners, the usual, are making their way through the saloon. As you walk through the door, you see the familiar sights, sounds, and smells, Whiskey Pete slinging drinks. But as you make your way into the bar proper, everyone's favorite super mutant, Doorman Guns, has asked for your weapons and done something very uncharacteristic for our firearm hoarding friend here. Because as you make your way back into the bar, he pulls Grant aside and does one of those cool, palming, tip moves. But instead of a dollar bill, he hands Grant back his sidearm 44 and says, "Don't look now. I think you boys have a tail."
Oh, Pedro, you fucking gem.
What do you do?
I fall deeply and madly in love.
Okay, roll for
I
seduction
feel
on
I've
Doorman Guns.
never had
Roll
before.
seduction.
I'll go there. Yeah, I definitely. I'm gonna act nonchalant. I'll take my piece back as surreptitiously. I'm using $5 words tonight. I'll just stick my revolver back in my pants and get back somewhere, kind of out of line of sight. See if I can get a good view of the dance floor and the bar. I'm gonna be Dorman Grant tonight.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're just posting up?
Posting up.
Yeah, I don't think. I think Yuri's actually set up at a table, and I think he's got a map out in front of him,
Okay.
and his ledger, and is kind of just doing some quick maths, some calculations, some planning for the trade route proper getting going. I don't think he's paying much attention to anything. I think that's kind of what he's been doing. He's set up in a corner booth per se as his de facto office.
Okay.
I think I'd like to add some flavor, and there's been some people coming and going to talk to him about maybe getting in on the business and seeing maybe does Longmount need some people? I don't know. He's doing the Lord's work figuratively and literally.
Sure. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys have become a bit of a bit of an institution here in town. I mean, the water trek itself has gained you a decent amount of notoriety and a bit of a discount at some of the merchants in town. So I would say it's not uncommon for folks to be coming up and having a chat with the local hero. So yeah, you've got some lookers on, some hangers on, if you will, asking
Hangers on.
some curious questions. Johnny, what's it look like for you here in the Brahmin Tail tonight?
So Johnny doesn't really have a clue that anything else might be going on because you know how he is. So he's basically just gone up to the bar, asked Whiskey Pete for some hoot, and he's trying to brag about his new gun mods, like he's describing them because he's left his guns.
Because he doesn't have the gun. Yeah.
He's trying to brag about his gun mods to anyone who'll listen to him at the bar. And I don't think anyone really cares, but they're pretending to be interested. I don't know. If the whole hero worship thing is still happening, I'm assuming to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Johnny's still really working that.
There's definitely a couple folks. I think what did we say his name was? Buford, I think. The
Gannon?
Buford. I was actually while. So definitely the character. Let's call him Buford or Biff at this stage of the game. The card shark that you had the bar fight with many sessions ago, who's become a bit of your friend. When I came up with this character, in my head it was Biff from from Back to the Future 3. So like, let's just keep that train rolling.
Okay.
Fun.
I love it.
Buford and his boys are up having a chat with you, and like they're the gunslingery type. So yeah, they're having a bit of a time. You're sort of bragging about, you know, you're bragging about you know, the 67 Chevy you have in your garage at home, you know what I mean, that like nobody can see, so it's like a little bit suspect. Why don't you go ahead, let's throw some math rocks about it while you're having a bit of a time there. Give me a persuasion. I guess it would be, or no, it would be charisma plus speech. Yeah.
Charisma plus
speech.
speech. Okay, so Johnny is skilled in speech. He was bound to be skilled at something.
Hey.
So my target number is a 10.
Okay, right down the middle, baby. Give me those 2d20s.
Oh, neither of those are a 10. I'll tell you that one.
Nice. It's not good. It's like, oh yeah, the fish was this big.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
Everybody's really believing. Oh yeah, it's got a hardened receiver. I'm sure you can afford that. Like, not going so well. Yeah. Listen there, Dweller. We're willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, but well, we'll have to see it in person, but not that close, if you don't mind.
Oh, I'm an incredible shot. You got to believe me. I never miss.
I never lose.
And then at that, Pedro in the corner just kind of coughs, like Doorman.
Well, Dorman, interestingly, is keeping an eye on the crowd, and Grant, as you're next to Dorman Guns, you see him? You clock him?
Not yet. What's he wearing?
Well, there you go. Why don't you give me a it's going to be a perception plus classic perception survival, because
Ooh, all right. Target's 10. Wait, yeah. Target is 10. I'm rolling my 2d20s.
difficulty deuce. Actually, we'll say
Well,
difficulty
you know
1.
what?
You're getting it pointed out by.
I like definitely got it, but only barely. I rolled 2 9s. My target was 10, so
Wow.
2 scraped bys.
Okay, not too shabby.
Sort of shabby.
I mean, it's
It's close, but I succeeded.
shabby-esque,
Yeah, it's like very. It's the okayest roll.
I guess. As you do a quick look around the bar, it kind of sort of takes you off guard that you didn't notice it first. I mean, you've become pretty accustomed to the crowd here at the Brahmin Tail. You know, your gunslingers, your, you know, prospectors type thing, but
Totally, wastelanders, right? Like, yep.
I mean,
Get
yeah, not quite raiders. I mean, raiders aren't welcome in town, but
No,
like,
maybe not raiders, but
on the
wastelanders.
They're
for
raider
sure.
adjacent.
Travelers.
yeah,
They
raider-esque, right? But yeah, you notice that there is, you notice someone trying not to be noticed, and
Always suspicious.
always suspicious, and it's the size that gives it away at first, because a good like solid 2.5 feet shorter than everyone else in the crowd is an individual with a tattered sort of canvas hood situation. Think like a Jedi robe, but like in like real shitty, nasty looking state.
Go to sleep, you shitty Jedi.
Just go to sleep, you shitty Jedi.
Shitty Jedi.
And you notice that she's trying not to be noticed, and it is Specs from the
I knew it.
Weapon Emporium shop, who is taking a keen eye, observing one Mr. Yuri Andropov, and
Of course she is.
does not notice you noticing
Noticing her.
noticing Yuri.
Touching me, touching me. Yep.
Pretty much.
Got it.
She is looking intently from sort of across the room on the other side. You can see that she's moved pretty fast through the crowd in here to get to the other side of the room, and is trying to kind of peek over the crowd and not be noticed by anyone, and taking a very keen interest in what Yuri happens to be up to on the other side of the bar.
May I are there like other wait staff, or is this Whiskey Pete running the whole thing?
Whiskey
by
Pete
himself?
runs the place. He has his Mr. Handy buddy who runs the what's it called, the tenement houses above. So the two of them are behind the bar, and then Dorman Guns. It's a not 3 man. It's a one man, one robot, one mutant operation.
Yeah, I love those. One man, one robot, one mutant walk into a bar. It's the bar we're in. Okay, I want to buy a drink. Have the Mr. Handy send it to Specs and ask her if she's being followed, and ask the Mr. Handy to tell us, because I think she's not tailing us. I think maybe she's being tailed. I know she's there. I know she's looking at Yuri, but like I want to make sure that she's not in some kind of weird trouble.
Sure. Yeah, you walk over, and my notes, the Mr. Handy's name is
Mr. Microwave.
I want to say Basil, but that's wrong.
Mr. Ham Radio?
It is Basil. God, I'm so good. I should
Basil.
second guess myself.
Basil,
You walk over, and Mr. Microwave, I'll say, is not in tow with you. He's up at the bar, and he's gotten he's
Drunk. Like,
well,
really
he's not drunk, but he is getting a lot of attention
mean
at
drunk.
the bar. You'll recall that Mr. Microwave was was getting accosted in the middle of town when you first saw him, and that seems to be a little bit of what's happening here now as he's sort of cuddled up with Johnny near the bar. But you make your way to the other Mr. Handy in the bar, Basil himself, and he says to you, Mr. Rifleman, it's good to see you back. What can we do you here for?
Yeah, just real quick, I'd love to buy a drink and send it to, there's a shorter person over there in a beat up old burlap canvas hood. Can you just go over there quick, give them the drink, and make sure they're all right? Report back to me, that'd be wonderful, thanks.
I don't see the harm in it. Looking to make yourself a new acquaintance, eh, Mr. Grant? Well, I'm sure that old Basil
We know
can
her.
accommodate.
It's not like that, I guarantee it. We know her.
Okay, all right, sure, fair enough. He goes and
This is time sensitive, pal.
he whips up a drink.
Yeah, just any drink. Any drink is fine.
He whips up a dirty wastelander and
Hey, there we go.
and carts it over. One of his arms is like his flamer's been replaced with like a drink tray, and puts it on and goes over. And you can see from the other side of the bar. Again, she gets really caught off guard by this whole situation, and you know the kind of gets the. You see from the other side of the bar, you can't hear what they're saying, but you know the miming of. Here's a drink. What? I didn't order a drink. Oh, but no, of course you didn't. It's from them over there. And then, like, as she, like, looks up, totally blows her cover. You can tell that this isn't something she's used to doing. Makes full-on direct eye contact with you.
Yeah. Does Yuri notice this nonsense? I mean, I'm poring over my books and whatnot.
I will say, you can notice as much as you. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You can notice as much of this as you.
I'll say, like, we've done this this dog and pony show a little bit, so I'll see that her cover is blown and just sort of raise my voice across the bar and say, "Specs, yes, please come, sit. Would you like to speak?" And like kick with my foot a chair out from the table that I'm sitting at.
This is her right now, like trying to be like,
I'm being so sneaky.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
my friend.
Yeah, I honestly thought that would be a little bit more impressive. How I mean, did you notice me right away?
Yeah.
No, I was reading I was poring over my plans. I noticed Grant was acting strange, and Pedro was acting strange, and Johnny was being an idiot. And then finally, I noticed you. So, on the scale, you were very incognito. You were doing very well.
There's a funny thing about wearing a hood when you're not in a dust storm.
Very much. Let me tell you, from a man who knows a thing or two about spycraft, that draws attention to you very immediately.
All right, well,
You have to hide in plain sight, Specs. You have to appear like you belong there. If you carry a clipboard or a high visibility vest, you can get anywhere.
Yeah, true.
Clipboards do get you anywhere. you need to go.
You'd walk into the government.
I know it's a little bit strange, and don't worry. And she turns to you, Grant. Don't worry. I'll have the guns. I'll have the guns ready by morning. But I was curious by what you said when you guys came into the shop. The double barrel there. When you notice those other three that were hanging around, and she points now, and you notice that at the back of the bar there are the 3 highwaymen that you spoke with whilst you were there. They'd indicated that they were going to be heading to the Brahmin Tail, and we're going to be spending the night there as well. That's we're more used to seeing their type, if you know what I mean. It's don't often see. Well, we don't often see any ghouls, but I mean, a vault dweller and well, and someone. I hope you don't mind me saying, but more on in their years than yourself, there, Mr. Grant. So was when you were talking to Jerry about possible opportunities, I got curious. What's it like outside?
It's wonderful and it's terrible. You can be whoever you want. You can go anywhere you want, but then you get there and you get to find out whether or not your dreams lined up with reality. It's the only way to get the highest highs, and you're absolutely going to be scraping your undercarriage on some things here and there. But Longmount's a little more of an unfiltered experience than a big city like this.
You just like gobsmacked her with like all of that. Like you're getting the feeling that like the wasteland isn't a place that she's experienced in any real way, shape, and or form. And so like this was more information that she was probably ready to grasp, which is kind of like,
I think Yuri will lightly close his ledger and push things off to the side and put his hands on the table and just say like, "Are you interested in leaving Boulder City? Is this why you have come to us?"
Well, I don't.
Would your father approve of this? Would he come with you? Would you be leaving on your own? I mean,
well, she sits down now in the booth across from you, Yuri.
I pour her a glass of water. I think I just have a glass of water there. I'll pour for her and put it in front of her.
Yeah. She sort of looks over the dirty wastelander she has, and like, she's like, I don't know, maybe like 15. So like the fact that she got the drink in the first place is a little like shocking. She kind of pushes it aside and grabs the water. Well, Jerry's.
Yeah, I'll reach over and take that dirty wastelander.
Sure. Good call.
Yeah.
Jerry's not. I call him Dad. He's like my dad. I honestly never knew who my actual father was, but they were friends, and he's taken care of me. But I honestly don't know, but I've never had the chance. And then when you 3 came in and started talking about Longmount and talking to Jerry about trying to, make some deals and stuff, I don't know. I've always thought about it, but it's never really been an option. And I don't know, it all seems so different than the highwaymen and the drunks and the card sharks we get around these parts these days, and wherever those caravan assholes are.
At this, Yuri kind of chuckles. I'll cock an eyebrow over at Grant and sort of lean forward to Specs and say, Longmount is a very small town. There are a handful of buildings and a dozen people who live there. It would not be very interesting for a very long time, I believe. But if you want
I'm totally interrupting Yuri. I'm going to put my hand in his forearm when he says it will not be interesting. I know you're getting somewhere, but this Grant would put his hand on your forearm and say,
Young lady, when the story hasn't been written yet, you get to write it.
and then I take my hand off of Yuri's forearm. Sorry to apologize.
No, not at all. Absolutely.
Like this. We got
At that, yeah, I will.
playing good dad,
I'll
bad
nod-
dad over here.
I'll nod,
Dad.
exactly.
Bad.
My two gay dads. Yuri will like
You
kind of
handsome
nod at
bastard.
Grant and lean forward again into the table and say, "It will be different. This is for sure, but a place that you could create your own name, create your own world. The people of Longmount are good, hard-working people. This is why we are here setting up a trade route for them. I will not do your dirty work for you. You will have to explain to Jerry, if you want to leave, why you're leaving, and bring your own tools, and work your own way. However, on the first trip up to Longmount, there could be space for you, if you wish. You are a gunsmith. These things are, this is valuable."
Well, just how before you get too excited, I just work on them. I don't really like shooting them, but well, I don't know. I've never even had. There's never been an option before. I don't know. Maybe it's too much, but
No,
I was just
Longmount is not terribly far away. If you do not enjoy your time there, you can come back with the next caravan.
full money back guarantee. I'm trying to give her a pep talk, and I'll just
Yeah,
like,
you go ahead.
yeah.
You-
This is good.
I'm going to take my gun out. I know I'm not supposed to have it inside, and I don't want to piss off dormant guns or like
Sure.
upset the balance or whatever. But I'm going to put my handguns on the table and say,
Listen, Specs, you don't have to be a master craftsman or craftsperson to do good work. Say someone comes in, their gun's jammed. What do?
and then over the next couple minutes, just reinforce when she's like, well, whatever, I'd oil it, I'd take it apart, clean it, whatever. And just like tell her, yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah,
You know?
you guys do a little you talk a little shop like back and forth, yeah,
Try to
absolutely.
remind her she knows what she's doing. She's got all the skills and abilities she needs to be who she is.
Yeah, she like Forrest Gump blindfold takes this 44 apart, puts it back in. Yes, drill sergeant, and
Let's go, Sergeant!
yeah, the whole thing for sure. And yeah, I
You
won't
take this pistol, you get down in that hole.
I won't make you roll for pep talk, but yeah.
7.62 millimeter. Like, let's not go down that
Okay,
far.
all right.
No.
All right. Okay.
But yes, it the message comes home. She finishes her drink and gets up and says, well, I better go finish those mods for you all. But you give me a lot to think about. And as she stands up, whiskey. Sorry.
Frame it as this. Specs. Frame it as an internship. I'm offering you an internship with the Longmount Trading Company. You will be our resident apprentice gunsmith, and you will come to Longmount to work for us for a short period of time.
Her eyes kind of go wide at this. Oh wow, apprentice. That might be one way to sell it. I gotta get back. And as she stands up, Whiskey Pete from across the bar notices. Hey, no minors in the bar. What are you guns?
And I just point at him.
Yeah.
I just point at him and glance at dormant guns, and then I look at Specs and say,
When it comes to safety, if you need to say something, I can't promise I'm going to live forever. I'll be dead one day, but until that happens, I will never let anything happen to you.
Guns comes over at this and says, listen, I'm not sure what the family meetings I'll hear about, but Specs, how many times I gotta say this?
She was just leaving.
she was just leaving.
I know she was, and gives the two of you guys a look
I walk her out. I walk her out.
fuck, yeah, and
The doorman caught us. Uh-oh.
yeah,
Oh no.
yeah, all right, but you know the drill. She She's like, I know. You can tell this is not the first time she's been caught sneaking in. But she gets up and says, "You've given me a lot to think about. Come back in the morning. I'll have first light. I'll have these ready." And she departs. Johnny
Cool.
Bottlecap at the bar. You have
what dumb shit are you getting up to?
Yeah, there you go. What dumb shit are you getting up to? Mr. Microwave is with you at the moment, hanging on every word. What are you doing?
I'm just I'm kind of excited that I have a person that hasn't heard me tell the whole story again. So I'm like, from the top, let me tell you, we got up on top of that big old rig, and we were getting ambushed. And I just crashed her. I said, punch it, and they went through this. Like Johnny's just completely
Nice.
trying to tell the story all at once, but he's drunk and he's dumb, and like. There was this huge like Godzilla-like creature came out of the water. It was crazy. It was the craziest thing I ever seen, man.
That's good. There's a couple folks who like they've heard this story a couple times now, and like it's changed somewhat. Like at first there was 10 raiders you guys were dealing with. Now it's like 15 raiders, and then it was like 20 raiders, and I call it bullshit there. I know you brought the water, and like all this, and then Mr. Microwave jumps into your defense. Well, sir, I would take Mr. Bottlecap at his every word. Did I tell you the time? And he starts telling the story now of the
Nice wingman.
of the encounter with the glowing ghoul. My master had gone feral, and they fixed me up, and they had it was a tragic thing where we had to put him down, and if it wasn't for Mr. Bottlecap was able to ride me like a piece, like he's going through the whole encounter with the glowing ghoul, and like now like.
Oh yeah,
You're getting like
I forgot about that.
it was a clip ago, yeah. So now like there's like another like legend of Johnny like Bottlecap being like spread around the bar. So he's like really laying it on thick, and this continues for the rest of the night as you drink and you revel and you do your business. Speaking of your business, is there anything else y'all want to do on this fine evening in the fine bar or elsewhere in town before we smash cut to the next day?
I want to hear in the comments about people who have been caught by the doorman.
I don't think. I think Yuri's got everything set up. We have our side quest. A little bit of table talk, I guess. Are we going to follow up on that? Are we going to go do some scouting for the NCR? Is that what we're feeling?
I also would love to be reminded, we're just supposed to find their camp, or we're killing them all.
So you have been.
I think it's just it's just to go for a hike, see a look-see.
Yeah. So the original offer was act as the the trail guides for an NCR platoon, basically like a little strike team. You were able to negotiate with Colonel Henry somewhat that a scouting party of a platoon isn't a recon force. He bit at that and offered instead, if you are able to locate the camp and give them said info, that would be enough. If you lead the horse to water, the horse will kill the legion. Essentially.
I love that maxim. That's my favorite saying.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So now that that's clear, I think that Yuri's just gonna pack up and retire. He's got a lot on his mind about how to get this up and going, and we're gonna go collect the guns in the morning and talk to specs and whatnot. So
sure,
I think that's his day.
I can dig. Anyone else?
I'll stay in the club, the bar, the tavern, I guess, for another hour or so. A little bit of a night owl. I'll just sort of stay there and like shoot the shit with Dorman guns, because he's wicked. And I'm assuming that Johnny's gonna stick around and tell everyone about all of his exploits. I'm just kind of watch his back a little.
Sure.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Johnny's gonna stick around right up at the bar until everyone stops paying attention to him, basically.
Okay.
When he kind of notices he's lost the attention of the last person who was even paying attention. It's like, all right, great, I'm gonna hit the hay here, bud.
Come on, pal, let's go home.
As the wee hours of the night and or morning drag on, the bar gets thinner and thinner and thinner. But one group you notice that stays pretty much camped out the entire time are the group of 3 highwaymen who are hanging out and keeping a pretty good eye on you, at least the older of the two. You'll recall that these folks have been sent specifically on the trail of tracking down Cutler and his highwayman crew, which keen viewers and also the party may remember that you killed most of them. Minus
and we turned one into St. Louis.
Yes, disarmed, if you will, because you blew his arm off. Cutler himself, and sent him back to Longmount to work as a bit of a one-armed security.
No, he's dead.
Security.
Remember?
He's dead. Cutler's dead, and St. Louis now lives in his place. They don't come and talk to you, Grant, as much, but you can see that the older of the 3, because the highwaymen run in this sort of pack thing where they've got one sort of older sergeant type guy and 2 grunts in any crew. And the older one who knew who you are, knows the name. Keeps an eye on you, and every now and then just kind of gives you a knowing nod. We're both
keenly aware of where each other are. I certainly don't attempt to talk to them in any way, shape, or form. Okay. It's sort of awkward when you've had history, and then you leave the group, and we're not on bad terms, but I'm not with them anymore.
Yeah.
And I know that, and they know that. Okay. So I'll just stay aware of them as long as I can. I'm not turning my back to them or anything. I'll sort of keep aware of what they're doing, but mostly I'm going to focus on Johnny, and I think that's it for my evening.
Sounds good. It's fairly uneventful, other than the odd tussle here and there that Dorman Guns has to break up. But other than that, the night rolls on into the morning. You all get a decent amount of sleep. Do you want to? How long do you want to sleep for? I guess it's up to you. First light is good to go. If you sleep 8 hours, you get the extra hit point bonus and all that fun jazz.
Yeah, probably 8 hours at least. I would imagine we'd convene early mid-morning as opposed to early morning.
Sure.
Maybe have a little breakfast, and during breakfast I'd propose we talk about how exactly we do the recon, if there's anything special about that.
Let's suss this out so we can get that ball.
Smash cut to the morning. You are back in the bar room, enjoying a lovely feast of Mirelurk egg omelets or some shit.
Mirelurk Bennies.
Mirelurk Bennies, yeah.
This hollandaise sauce is incredible. Wow.
It's just nuclear waste. That's all.
It's
this is why I feel so good.
This is why you're enjoying it. It's the morning. You're having some food, maybe a Caesar. You got bottomless champagne brunch going on here. Are
we getting white girl wasted? We just got emotions going.
White girl wasted. So yes, you are. You have been offered a bit of a side / pseudo main quest, because your trade route is technically stocked, but there are some baddies out there in the world, and you don't really have much in the way of security for it at the moment, other than yourselves, which, I mean, to be honest, is pretty good because you all seem pretty fucking killable at this stage of the game.
I think having the NCR and the trail is worth an awful lot, and worth the risk of just going to see if we can find someone. We're not asked to kill anybody.
If we're going to look out for our trade route and whatnot, then I think that
it's worth it.
Going on a little bit of a walkabout is fine for us.
Okay.
Yuri will say to Grant, and Johnny he'll say, I do not want to get into a fucking jackpot on this. If they just want to know where the main camp is, we track them down, we do not engage, and we hightail ass back here as fast as possible, and we get this shit done so that we can move forward in goodwill. I do not want to fucking engage the Legion.
Not the smartest.
Absolutely not. even though my personal inclination would be to do so, they know they're in hostile territory, so they'll be on the lookout as we're on the lookout for them. If we could afford any optics before we leave town, that's probably not a terrible idea.
Like binoculars.
Anything better than my short scope will do.
It's a good
I
call.
think that we could probably suss something like that out. I like the way you're thinking. Johnny, how do you feel about this?
I think it's a good idea. We get those fellas on our side by doing them a favor, but I want to get in and get out quick.
I agree. I think the best place to look would probably be where we were jumped to start looking. Moving Brahmin is not an easy task. It will have left a trail, even days later.
Absolutely. Good call.
Sweet. Okay.
All right. How about we go collect your munitions and then swing by perhaps Trader Joe's for perhaps a pair of binoculars, and then we'll head out. I mean, the faster we get this moving, the better. I want to get back to Longmount.
Let's do it. These mimosas are amazing, though. Thanks, Whiskey
These
Pete.
are so good. Like, where
I
did
love
you even
these.
find oranges, man?
It's not bad, right? It's actually mute fruit. Just
This is mute fruit.
it
It's
is. But
really
yeah, but we
Write
grow
the recipe down,
we
if you
grow it
will.
from our
I
own
will.
patch out back. It's not too shabby. The secret,
Oh, this-
radiation. More of it, the better. It makes them grow real big.
It's
Genius.
incredible.
I'm glad.
I'm
I'm
gonna
glad
help,
y'all
I'm
like
gonna
it.
help Johnny up because Johnny's probably more than a little hungover today. So I'm gonna just sort of get him up out of his chair. there.
Definitely. We'll subtract some caps. I don't know, 10 caps from your from your inventory for some foods. Your tap has run dry here at the Brahmin Tail as you move out into the sights and sounds of the city. And they are, as you recall, bustling metropolis, trader town. You make your way, sure enough, to the double barrel and grab yourselves your guns. As you arrive, you see that Specs has your weapons like loaded up, ready to go. The second she sees you coming from like across the bazaar, she like gets him up, like last like little like spit shine polish, puts him on the racks right in front of the glass counter. Jerry is sitting there smoking a pipe, like a long like Gandalf sort of situation, in a rocking chair. No other clientele at the shop at the time. As you walk up, here we go. I got him all ready for you. I don't want to toot my own horn, as they say, but this might be some of my finest work.
I'm gonna lean into to Specs and just whisper. Have you spoken to Jerry about what we spoke about last night?
Spoken to me about what?
Jesus,
Ears
man!
like a
blind
cat.
eyes, but your ears are crazy.
Like a cat. He's got the Daredevil situation going on. Can't see. He's blind as a bat. He can
Blind as a
hear-
cat.
I can see colors. Hear colors. I mean, everyone can see colors. Well, not everyone.
I can
see
colors. Literally see colors.
I can taste.
This guy. Yeah, I can hear pudding. So, talk to me about what? Oh, don't you mind, Jerry? It's I'll
At the cover being blown, I think Yuri's just gonna straighten up and say, Specs here is to be our apprentice gunsmith in Longmount.
She is she?
She is. She will make quite a few many caps up there. We have many weapons that require repairing. It will be the premier shop. You could franchise this place.
Yeah, we
said
talking
everything
about maybe a bit of
you could. Oh,
kickback.
We're getting into skill test territory here. Okay.
Yeah,
let's-
I know.
Talk
Let's
about
do-
exclusively buying parts if he looks weird.
Yeah. Let's go with a difficulty 3. Speech, charisma plus speech test. I'll let whomever they want to be the primary rolling on this, and then you can have an assist
Johnny, I need your help.
with it as well.
Yeah. Charisma.
So not to min-max it,
why
but
don't
like
you step in
having
here
the
and,
ghoul with a
and
minus
bolster me?
1 to all skill tests in charisma is probably not the guy
Charisma.
you want to do.
Johnny Cough.
Yeah. Let me take this, bud.
Give me a
All
difficulty 3, and then someone can do an assist as well. So Johnny, what's your target number?
I'll help
My
you, Johnny.
target, my target number is a 10. Should I buy? Do we have action points? Can I buy 1 extra dice?
You don't, but you could. You don't have any,
I
but
will.
you can buy some.
And I will.
Okay, good. And you do. So you can now roll 3. Get my...
So how are you gonna? How are you
If
gonna?
I'm helping him.
Johnny. What are you gonna say to him?
Yeah, what's your pitch here?
Wait, what am I trying to achieve here?
You are trying to convince Jerry.
Hey, what's up? Your 15-year-old daughter's going to come hang out with us in another city and work on guns. How do you think about
Oh,
that?
yes. You'll see. You're not going to find a better opportunity for to get a good apprenticeship, learning a trade than going out somewhere new where there's lots of demand for these services. So I'm telling you, this is the best thing you can do for their development.
Since I'm over your shoulder, like helping you, I'll talk about we could do like an exclusive buy parts from you kind of deal. So you're still selling parts even though you're not in that area. You're not in that market.
Aggressive
Yeah.
expansion, franchising.
Aggressive
if you will.
expansion.
You would have first right of refusal on any.
We can call the shop after your name. Call it the Double Barrel.
The triple barrel. It's another one. Yeah. Okay. Go. Let's throw
The
some fucking
quadruple
math
barrel.
box about it. Hit me with the difficulty 3, charisma plus speech test. Johnny and Grant roll 1 die to assist. So you're gonna be rolling
Yes,
4
sir.
die total. You should have a pretty half decent chance.
Okay, so because of my daring nature, I can re-roll one of my dice because I have 2 successes right now.
Okay.
Oh damn! He might just get this on his
You
own.
might clutch it out.
Nope. I only got 2 successes on
Okay.
mine.
So I did not succeed either. However, I'm hoping my perk Smooth Talker will allow me to re-roll an opposed test for speech.
Is that
Overseer?
is that what Smooth Talker does?
It
It
does.
wasn't an opposed test per se.
Okay.
But I kind of like that. So I'll allow it. Or I'll allow it with a caveat. It needs to cost you something.
An arm and a leg.
No.
Gas prices in
I'm not gonna make
2022.
There you go. I'm not gonna make you burn a luck point because that would be the same mechanic as just burning a luck point to do a re-roll. So, I will let
Success
you
at
do
a
this.
cost.
I will let you do it. Like succeeding at a cost. Well, you can succeed at a cost if you want because you can just do that, and it's something will come back to bite you later. Or I will let you roll it with no guarantee that you're going to get it, but something will still come and get you later, but less with less teeth.
The getting of us later is the thing that's giving me cringes.
Yeah, it's going to
Okay,
happen one way or another, but it depends how bad you want it to be.
So I'm rolling another d20 is the bottom line.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
okay.
if you want to succeed at cost, it'll just happen. But what happens to you later may potentially be worse.
Fuck, what happens to us later is
I
the
don't
thing
fucking
you
know.
don't
I
want to.
haven't even chosen.
Oh
yet, but I will.
no! I rolled a high number, which is not fun in this system. So, I guess I die. I guess. I guess I'm
So
gonna die.
you didn't get it, is what I'm hearing.
No,
Okay.
didn't get it.
No worries.
That was a fail.
He seems somewhat bemused by this. Well, I'll have to think it over. It's not the kind of thing. Specs here is she's not just an employee. All right, she's under my charge. She's under my care. And then she starts to be like, yeah, but Jerry's like, nah, and he raises one finger and she
My house, my rules.
yeah, exactly.
At this, I will just turn to Specs and him, and just say, respectfully, she is her own woman and can choose where to go.
She can do just as well as what she likes, but I don't have to like it, and I don't have to sign off on it. I don't have to deal with any pushy ghouls neither. Now.
Whoa! Oh! Did you just call? Oh!
Is there a fist fight about to erupt? I'm like sort of stepping in front of Yuri a little.
I will just have that. He didn't see.
I know.
He didn't call you a zombie.
Why am I getting the accent?
Now hold on a second. She can do as she pleases, but I don't very much like 3 strangers blowing into town and telling me how it is I'm supposed to be running my business. Now, that said, maybe there's something we can talk about down the line, but as of right now, I need Specs here. Well, I would like to keep Specs here for as long as I can, but you're right. She's her own woman. She can do as she please, but like I said, I don't rightly have to like it. Now, we done y'all a deal here with your guns, and I gotta thank you lots for helping out with her glasses there as well. But you give me something to think about. Now, how about y'all just let me think about it, huh?
This is fair.
I have
in a few days.
See that you do.
Tell you what. Is there anything that you need? In our travels, we tend not to stay in one place for too long. Is there anything you need out from the world that would just help you? No expectation of anything in the future, but just to spread some goodwill here.
Now you're talking my language a little bit there, young fella. You haven't been called young fella in some time.
Yeah, like
Grant.
Not for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could always, we're going through so many repairs, more scrap metal you can bring back. I go through it on a daily basis, but, yeah, if you're able to find me any, for gameplay mechanics, uncommon materials.
Uncommon materials.
Yeah, we could maybe you're willing to kind of show your value there. Yeah, you bring me some parts that I could use, and, well, maybe we can work out a deal. But that's about as much as I'll give you.
I agree to it.
Specs is like kind of like looking on in this whole thing, like, having her 3 dads now fight over her allegiance at the moment. She hands you all the guns and like gives you a quick like, and like again, pretty wild to see a kid like this just like she racks the rifle, like good to go, like shows you how like the new magazine and all that works there, Johnny, and like gives you the full rundown of all your gear, and hands you back your guns. You move on through the day. She wishes you farewell, and if you're able to bring Jerry back some uncommon materials, you may be able to work out some sort of a deal. So write that down, and we'll as well side quest. Side quest added. Uncommon valor has been added.
Thank you.
Coming up with quests on the fly is always fun. So there you go. Side quest added. For the sake of
7 uncommon things.
There you go.
Yep.
I won't put a number on it because that's just weird. But if you're able to show him that you're kind of worth your salt as far as scavenging and trade routing goes, then we'll go that away. For the sake of brevity, I will say that you are able to unless you want to have a full scene with Trader Joe, I'll say you're able to go and get.
Like I just want to buy a pair of binoculars.
Sure.
It's not, you don't need to fucking chat about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
How many caps you guys got?
That is
Don't determine how much I charge.
I haven't been hanging on to any of them. I have nothing written down in my caps.
Okay.
Well, good thing.
We got 280 caps.
There we go. That's not a bad number of caps. That's a number that is a good number.
That's a good number. If you want a pair of binos, it'll cost you a solid 30 caps.
All right, let's do it.
Ring it up, good sir.
250.
The
And
shekels.
what else do we want?
Anything else you need? Because now's the time.
Now's the time.
Ooh, does he have a ghillie suit? I don't know.
You guys need armor?
And let's buy. No, that's good. I think.
Maybe a stim pack or two might not be a terrible idea.
I think I already have
You
some
bought
pretty
2, I believe. I thought you'd tapped a lot of cashola out of that, but then you got more cash when you went and talked to
we
the
dumped all
NCR.
of our cash, and then we got more cash for handing in the
Legionnaires.
or vice versa, but either way.
Yeah, so I think we have 2. We have 2 stim packs.
Yeah, but that's about it. And then I think you're all out of the mole rat chunks that you bought previously, as well. Because I know some of those got used on dormant guns, and some of them got used as a distraction for some doggos down in Dog.
I mean, I would say like food and water, the basics.
Yeah.
You know, little handfuls of TP or whatever they got.
Sure. Yeah. We'll see some basic survival-y type gear, some water and the like. Water is pretty readily available given your your water clout. So yeah, drop take another 20 caps off the top, and you guys have got yourselves pretty well equipped to go. You got we'll say you have an adventurer's pack, some fucking rope and some dungeoning kit. You got some rope, some fucking screws, and some random.
They get some tiny tarts.
You got some tiny tarts.
So we don't actually have to go talk to anybody before doing this, right? We can just head out.
If you want to just go and do it, you can go and do it. If you want to go,
Let's just fucking go and do it. Let's get
Okay,
into
hold on. Before we leave town,
and you don't want to take the NCR with you. You just want to go solo scouting.
Yeah.
Okay.
solo fast. Yeah. No, try not to engage in a lot of problems. I would like to buy a couple frag mines.
Oh.
Just in case we.
Are you gonna go fucking Rambo on this shit?
No. Mines, not grenades.
I
This is
know.
defensive.
No guns.
Well, like, look,
Front
the-
towards
the
enemy.
last-
Yeah, no, sure.
the last
Couple
thing
of
I want to do is, I don't want to walk into a
No, I
Legion.
get you.
and
You
be
want
like, "Hey,
some,
what's up?"
some rear guard action potential.
Yeah.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, I just want 4 frag mines,
Four
just
frag
in
mines.
case.
What's the cost on a frag mine?
So-
I don't even fucking know.
So a frag mine. This is on page 120 of the rulebook.
Everyone,
frag-
Everyone, get out your Robux. We've given enough away. All of our audience should have one by
Yeah.
now.
is 50 caps per.
Holy
So-
shit.
Oh, okay, hold on. This would spend all the rest of our money,
It will.
but it would.
No, we have
it
30
would
bucks. We have 30
maybe-
cap left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would maybe stop us from getting completely flatlined if we had to run and they started chasing us. Is all I'm saying.
It's your money. Spend it how.
Hey man, if you want to buy fucking frag mines, buy frag mines. I've got
Spend
my
200
stim pack.
Yeah.
I do know how to use them. I've used them before.
Okay.
Uh,
I love it. Done deal.
Okay,
4 frag
okay,
mines.
cool.
You guys got 30 caps left. I love it. You got yourselves a little bit of
All right, come back in
Why
the
is it-
second half and watch us frag some fucking
and
fools.
watch us blow ourselves up with some frag mines. Yeah, okay,
I
cool.
like to think of them as our frag mines.
Yeah, there you go. You got yourself some gear. You got some new guns all gussied up. You got some stuff. You head out into the bright light of a brand new, shiny day and begin heading your way back towards. You said you wanted to go to where you got jumped and start working your way back.
I think that would be the best place
Cool.
to start. Yeah.
You look-
And also, if you're not paying attention, we just hit our goal again for the.
Yeah.
Stole my thing I wanted to say. God, good
Oh,
job.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
I bit on. Yeah, sorry.
You got it. You got it good. You get your shit.
Way
you
to
get
go.
out. You walk out into the light of a brand new day and begin your new quest. The bear and the bull. As you begin walking your way through the wasteland and towards the spot where you were jumped. And that is where we will take our halftime break. So come back and see the excellent conclusion of this episode as we get into what may be sort of the penultimate quest of this what will be this season of A Fistful of Neutrons, because whenever this one does wrap up, there will be more, and there will be more of this episode. So make sure you come back and make sure you comment in the thread here for all you lovely viewers. Exclamation point prize pack. That is how you enter to win our new giveaway that we're doing today spontaneously. And as you can see, if you are able, please go over to our Tiltify Project Hope page. You can find that link in the description below. We hit our goal, $750.
Wait.
Which
Thank you
Fuck yeah.
so much. That's $1,500.
it gets
that we
doubled,
now
which is
raised.
amazing. We have a
All getting
matching
that.
backer, which is so great, up to $300,000. So every single dollar counts. Let's see who we got going on here today. Gonna refresh. Sorry, we got our anonymous donor striking again. Looks like a lot of people are keeping Pandora. Thank you so much. Got to start GMing your own games. Thank you so much. Dan R, amazing. Fallout for Ukraine. Boom.
You guys
we
are incredible, guys.
with
Thank
them.
you so much.
You guys are all amazing, guys and gals. Everyone, thank you so much for chipping in and contributing. Make sure you comment @ prize pack in that chat, and we will do a merch giveaway, which is super cool. If you are going to enter, make sure that you've got a way for us to get a hold of you, either on your YouTube information, or if you're part of our Discord. If you're gonna enter the giveaway, enter our Discord as well if you can, and make sure that you check back at the beginning of the next half, because then I'll need you to get a hold of us, and vice versa. So comment that in the prize pack, in the fun little chat there. We'll have a cool merch pack for y'all to give away with that. Spontaneous giveaways are the best giveaways. So we will be back. It is what 8:15. We'll be back at 8:30. Thereabouts, with the second half of this episode, as our gang here go and start tracking the Legion back to their hidden camp. Stay tuned. WGNR will be right back in 15 minutes. Go grab yourselves a drink and a snack. We'll be back.
Please come back.
It's open with our cool new vault door opening animation graphic. We are back with the second half of episode 16 of A Fistful of Neutrons, a Fallout 2D20 adventure. My name's Ryan, host of War Games News Radio. This is our cast of characters, and we are back for the second half of this episode. Thank you so much for sticking with us through to the break, one and all. Just a quick recap before we get back into the action of things. We are raising funds for Fallout for Hope and Project Hope here to support humanitarian efforts in Ukraine. All donations are being matched, so if you have even $1, $2, $5 to give, consider doing so. All the money, it's a registered charity, it's all going to the places that you think it should most, and that is to the people, the civilians on the ground in Ukraine, which everybody knows is not looking so hot right now. So whatever you can give, please consider giving. We've hit our donation goal the third time. We've hit the max, so we are going to increase it for our next stream, but you don't always have to be donating while we're streaming. You can also donate anytime by following that link. You can find it on all of our social media accounts as well. Anything you're able to throw into the pot goes a long way, all funds being matched up to $300,000. And I gotta say, it's pretty amazing all the other streamers who are taking part in this as well. So anything you can give, please consider doing so. We're also selling merch through our new merch store now, which is live and active. There's a link to that in the description as well. Profits from that, half of all the profits that we make from our merch store, at least until the end of the month, will be going to our Project Hope, Fallout for Hope fundraiser as well. So if you want to get yourself some cool WGNR swag, then and do a little bit of a good deed while you're doing it, that's a great way to go about that as well. And speaking of merch, we did an impromptu giveaway today in our little stream. Wasn't planned, but we thought, hey, what in the hell? Let's go ahead and do it. So you find folks threw in the prize pack name in the chat, and after our random number draw, let's get our drum roll here, gents. Congratulations to Pandora's Box for winning a fun little merch prize pack. So Pandora's Box, thank you so much. We will actually you get a hold of us. Send me an email at wgnewsradio@gmail.com. That's wgnewsradio@gmail.com, and we'll get you set up with a fun little prize pack there, including a Mistakes Do Happen t-shirt, one of our slogans here on the show. So thank you so much everyone for entering. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We're going to do another giveaway then. I've got something super excited planned for that, so stay tuned. We've got it's going to be fun. The Wasteland Warfare crowd is going to really enjoy this one, I think. So that is then. This is now. So let's keep on it. When we last left our crew, Pandora's Box, yes way in the chat. You have won drop me a line. You'll get yourself some gear.
You win.
Believe it, baby.
Congratulations.
Winner,
It's
winner.
happening.
When you get our
Winner,
merch, take a
winner.
photo, tag us, blast us out.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're not following us on Instagram, already check it out, War Games News Radio, and let us know. We will spread the word. Can't wait to see you wearing that tee. And anyone else who wants to get some goods, go check that as well. So, back at it. When we last left our crew of adventurers here, they all had just left Boulder City, back out on the road, headed south towards Dogtown. The goal: head back to where they first encountered the Legion some days ago now, and do a little bit of a scouting operation for the NCR. You've been tasked to go and track down the Legion's camp, find out where it is exactly they came from, and bringing that information back to the NCR will gain you some good book favor for them, and also they've agreed to help keep the roads to Longmount clear for your newly minted trade route.
By the way, that's the new name of our indie band, Good Book
New-
Favor.
Good book favor.
Newly minted trade route.
Oh, they're both good.
No, Good Book Favor, but they both work.
Good Book Favor.
Album
Good
and
book
band.
favor.
Okay.
Album, band, yeah, album and band. It's a nice day. It's still sort of mid to early fall, coming out of summer here in the wasteland. You got the breeze coming down out of the foothills of the Rockies as you're making your way south. But
I think it's safe to say that I've left Enola May with Clint.
okay.
I think just a real quick thing. I swung by. Clint was he's getting his legs back under him after being very mortally injured.
Indeed.
I left her in the care of
Now,
Clint.
I was that's very good. I didn't think about that. But one thing I was about to ask, in fact, was whether or not you all wanted to take Mr. Microwave with you.
So I would want to take Mr. Microwave personally, but I would leave Duke with Dorman guns. I have a bad feeling about this one. I'm not sharing it with anyone,
Okay.
but I'm going to leave Duke with Dorman guns.
Curiouser and curiouser. Okay, Duke stays behind. That's a first. Campaign first. Okay.
And that you trust Pedro enough to take care of your dog.
Well, I trust Pedro more than I trust Clint. I like Clint.
Sure.
I don't know a lot of folks in town here. I wouldn't leave Duke with a 15-year-old that's trying to figure out what to do with their life.
Yeah, okay.
And like Whiskey Pete's kind of, I wouldn't leave Duke there. So like, but Pedro, we've shed blood together.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm not, Plus, I think Duke trusts him. I'm like watching what Duke is doing. Duke's most comfortable with Dorman guns.
There's so much bromance going on in this episode.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love it.
Nice.
Thickness.
Okay.
Does Mr. Microwave have like a stealth mode? Because he's pretty spastic at times. Would be like, what the blazes, and
Yeah,
we're
sure.
trying to be stealth,
Yeah, he doesn't have like
Speaker off.
military grade stealth mode, but yeah, I mean he could be instructed to travel at a more discretionary mode, I guess.
Discretionary mode.
Sure.
Yeah, let's bring
Yes,
him along
yes,
then.
move
Pop him in
in,
discretionary mode.
Actually, I'll turn to him as a Mr. Microwave.
Incognito.
You have home care settings, correct?
Well, I have some Miss Nanny protocols buried deep.
I need you to be in Sleeping Baby right now.
All right. It's been a while since I've accessed those parts of my memory banks, but I think I've gotten your drift there, Mr. Yuri. Mum's the word, then.
Shush.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the big deal is not attracting the attention of people that would definitely sell you for parts.
Oh, that doesn't sound quite conducive to a long and healthy life at all. Okay, all right, fair enough. Mr. Microwave will travel at a less shocking volume and or manner. Yeah, he's tagging along sort of at well, I guess Grant usually stay at the rear, but yeah, he'll put himself in the middle of the pack, I guess, floating around, and he's floating a little bit lower to the ground than usual.
That's cool. I hope I didn't hurt his feelings.
No, he's very aware. I guess he's not aware of how ridiculous he is at most times, which I think personally is part of his charm. But I will do my best to keep myself both out of the way and as useful as possible. And he agrees.
This is the best butler.
Sure. And so Anola's not coming with, Duke's not coming with, but you do have Mr. Microwave in tow. Now, as you make your way back through the streets, are you trying to be uber stealth about it?
I don't think that we have to be uber stealth until we actually like move past where we got jumped. Like,
Okay,
we can just go to the site we fought the Brahmin attack.
Yeah, we don't have to be terribly stealthy. And in fact, I'll instruct Mr. Microwave of this. And it's a nice day, so I think I'm going to get my mandolin out as we're like moving, and I'll play a little as we move. Yuri's feeling good. He's feeling nice. It's a very nice late summer day, early fall day.
Feel a little chipper.
Yeah,
And
he's going to play as he moves.
Grant's just got this deep stomach pit of dread. I'm not sharing with anyone or trying to let on.
Okay. Sounds good. The crew moves along. I think on foot it's only a couple hours from town to where you got jumped through into the wreckage of Dogtown proper. So I will go and change our screen to represent that. As you move from town itself down through the streets, as mentioned, only a couple of hours, and as you approach the site and getting into more and more familiar territory from where you were first jumped, rounding a corner in one of these ruined city blocks, you find yourselves confronted with a familiar sight of sorts, and that is actually we'll start off with it's interesting you don't have a certain companion with you at the moment. Give me well,
is it a jackal? It's a jackal.
It's a jackal, isn't it? You round a corner. You round said corner, and about 2 or 3 blocks down the road, you see the spot proper where the Brahmin Legion fight ended, and the NCR made themselves available to help deal some lead and put those beasts down. But you see now this familiar block of road, and just down where the tanker got stalled proper when you were getting attacked, you see the bodies of these Brahmin. But that's not all you see, because currently there is a pack of dogs making a bit of a meal out of what is left over of the Brahmin who got shot up. What do you do?
Whenever I see this, I try to stop people from walking forward so we don't get any closer to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this something
You
that
do
we need
that.
to engage with? Yeah, exactly. Do a bunch of hand signals and we all
Yeah.
stop.
Because we're in stealth mode.
Exactly.
'Cause
Stealth
we're super
Johnny's
stealth.
taking stealth mode very seriously.
Good.
Somebody has
That's
Yeah.
that's good, Johnny. Okay. I suggest we try to go around. We don't probably need to check the Brahmin, but if we can find footprints, I think, Yuri, were you getting at this earlier? We can trace the footprints back.
Do you remember the direction that they came from when they actually hit us?
More or
think
less.
we could circle around and get behind them. I do not necessarily
avoid
want
the
to
dogs.
engage. Also, I do not own a dog, but they seem to be distracted. So it is possible that we could just move past them, as long as we do not. Actually, you know what? Can I do an intelligence science check?
I would love it if you did. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And see the likelihood if we don't actually like interfere with them, Like, can we just kind
Sure.
of walk past them and be like, "As you were, gentlemen"?
Yeah. Give me a from where you are. It might be a little bit.
I'll tap Grant on the shoulder and say, "Can they have those binoculars, please?"
Oh yeah, I hand him over.
Aha! Very well done. Very well done. Okay. Yep. I will make. In that case, it'll be a difficulty 0 test. You can either roll for it or you can just get the info.
Oh, we're gonna roll. I haven't gotten to roll today.
Okay.
so-
Well, then it's going to be perception plus survival. Difficulty 0.
Perception plus survival. Well, I'm actually quite good at these things. So
Okay.
my it's 10.
No, it's pretty good.
Oh, and that's a 9 and a 17.
Okay.
So
So,
I got one
you
success.
got a success. So that is an action point generated into your pool, bringing your total to 1. And it is in there. But yeah, you take a look. You take a look through and the binoculars, the binos, and you do in fact see that these dogs are not of the. You'll remember that you encountered sort of 2 different types of dogs here in Dogtown. Both the sort of irradiated, emaciated, mongrelly, bite you as soon as. Well, as soon as anything, and then there was a handful of packs you noticed that were more of the just stray dog variety that had sort of formed these sort of familial packs. These ain't them. These are the holy shit, we're gonna bite you if we eat you type of dogs, and they're currently biting and eating and kind of almost fighting each other, depending on the size of these dogs over these Brahmin corpses.
Okay, I will say, all right, scrap that. That was absolute bullshit, nonsense, dookie, idiot, fucking nonsense. These are rabid, mangy mutts. We have no chance of just walking past them. I think that we should circle around for sure.
They are mongrels, if you will, and yes, that is, if confrontation is not your bag, then that's probably the way.
A wide berth, I
To
think
do
we're
it.
thinking.
I think we'll try to skirt behind them to where the destruction. Unless Johnny, you want to get your kill on. Do you want to go in there and get another legend under your belt or what?
You're hilarious, Yuri. You got me in stitches, bud. Let's do what you said.
Fair enough. If you want to do sort of like a circling around these guys and not be noticed, you are gonna have to be pretty sneaky
Stealthy.
about it. If you want to get sort of around them to where you need to go, we'll get the gang here to maybe we'll do
Sneak.
yeah. I mean, it's gotta be sneak and agility, but I'm trying to think now if it makes more sense to get the gang to get a bit of a group roll.
Sure, yeah.
No,
Can
no.
Johnny lead the sneak because he's skilled in sneak?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. We'll do it as a bit of
Step where I step.
a team action here. So we'll get one of you to lead the pack, and then one of you can assist as well. It's going to be a bit of a tricky one. Difficulty 3, sneak plus agility.
I'm fairly sneaky. I'll
Yes,
tell
that-
you.
Okay, so my agility is not. Oh, actually, no, my agility is great. So my target number would be a 10, and sneak is a tag skill.
Okay. Not bad.
How about you, Grant?
Yeah, my agility's 9, my sneak's a 3, so 12.
Okay.
It's not a tag skill though, so I think you're still in. I think this is still your baby.
Well,
I'm
unless
just-
I roll a
I'm going
3.
behind you,
okay.
giving advice like, "Oh, don't step on that." But like,
Sure.
you're
Yeah.
you're in charge. That's fine.
Okay.
Charles in charge. I got
Yeah.
I like it.
it. Difficulty 3. What do we think? Should we maybe buy one more dice?
Let's do it.
Spend an AP.
Do it.
Let's
I
do
just
it.
got that AP, so you can just burn it.
You might as well burn
Here
it.
we go.
Burn
All
it.
right.
Burn
Come
it, baby.
on, Papa needs some 10s.
Get it.
Oh, that was really bad.
Luck points.
Okay.
Luck
Well,
points.
I got
points.
success. I got an exact 10,
Okay.
and then I got a 16, and then I rolled this 20. I rolled a 20. It was really bad. So I think I'm gonna use the luck point to
Okay.
make that not a 20
Sure.
because I don't want to be responsible for messing this up.
Okay. Sure. I like it.
Here, if we just shoot this propane canister, it'll be super quiet.
Okay, that's just a horrible 17, but
But it's not 20. It's
Not
not a 20. Okay, Grant.
Oh my
give
god,
us a
Johnny!
roll
I'm sorry.
and get us a. I mean, getting a crit wouldn't hurt right now.
You know, I did not make a crit. However, I also did not pass a success.
Okay. There you go.
All right, guys, strap up.
Yeah.
We're
you-
shooting some feral dogs, I guess.
Sure.
Fuck
You start.
I'm real sorry about that. I was like, I insisted on leading this charge.
I sure didn't help. I
Very
sure
well.
didn't help.
Johnny grabs,
Guys, follow
grabs
me.
one of the landmines and is like, "Here, I'll use this as a distraction," and throws it. No.
Like, you idiot! You armed it. Like,
Yeah. You start moving sort of around. You start doing some some building to building type action and trying to sneak around because there's a good number of these pooches coming around as you do. And as you begin moving your way sort of through these buildings, you are, interestingly, able to get away from the dog pack in the middle of the street. As you're making your way through sort of these buildings, and Johnny, you're leading the track, you're like hand signals and like, yeah, come with me, hold, stop, yeah. And you exit one particularly dilapidated building, and all seems to be hunky-dory out into an alleyway. And as you do, exiting through, and just when it seems that all hope, well, not as lost is found, and you make your way through, you tangle your foot in something, Johnny, moving your foot out the door. And as you feel sort of a tension, you hear a snap.
fuck.
And a set of cans falls
Oh,
from the roof. Jingle jangling all the way down, full of like rocks and caps and all kinds of like bullshit. And as you do, from the floor above you, you suddenly hear, "What the fuck? Is there somebody down there?"
Oh, it's not just dogs.
Oh, fuck.
It ain't just dogs, baby. And you suddenly hear a whirlwind of activity in the floor above you. There's a staircase in the building, sort of on the other. If you're at like sort of, say you're at like the north end of it, on the south side, and about to make your way outside into an alleyway, at the very, very far side of the building, where used to be an old shop, it's a staircase going upstairs, and it's sounding like somebody is moving their way down. What do you do?
Strategic retreat.
Hunker down. Pull out my gun.
All right.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Perfect.
Sure. Anybody else?
I'm gonna stand daft next to Mr. Handy because I'm not exactly the stealthiest motherfucker, and I'm gonna whisper to him, "Perhaps you should arm your combat protocols," and I'll get Sherlock Holmes out.
Johnny's gonna do whatever he sees Grant do, so he's gonna pull out his comic book.
Johnny's gonna do the Grant thing.
Johnny's gonna do the grand. And as
Sorry, guys, that fucking thing came out of nowhere.
That fucking tree came out of nowhere.
well, you know what they say, mistakes do happen. As a flamer gets armed, as we cue the fight music, and from the bottom of the staircase appears 5 raidery, disheveled-looking motherfuckers. Hit me with your initiatives.
11.
Sorry,
You know it's
I
17.
do know it's 17. Actually.
That's a 13.
Okay.
Say my initiative.
Oh,
You're
no.
goddamn right.
Oh no. Yuri 13, and you're 11, right there, Rob?
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Rob, how do you have such a low initiative?
Lucky
You're
number.
Do you think Johnny's the type to take initiative just like character speak?
Oh, willy-nilly.
Yeah, come on. He's
Okay.
bottom of the order.
Well, Grant, you see that suddenly this very small room, maybe the whole thing is 30 feet by sort of, 15 feet across. It's like a hall. It's like a really big hallway that you're in. Imagine Imagine that there's a sort of a broken and battered glass countertop right to your right. You know, a couple of turned over cabinets and tables and stuff. Like this is like what used to be like a corner store, basically.
Sure.
Mom and pop shop with a apartment upstairs, and it is suddenly very full of nasty looking dudes. What do you do?
Well, I'm not concerned that those wild, mangy, feral dogs are going to get involved, or if they do, it's dealer's choice who they help or hurt. So I just dropped down, my rifle's out, Old Faithful, just got upgraded with a powerful receiver, and I'm just going to aim at the stairwell, and I'll delay a shot for the first thing that comes down. If they're hostile.
Oh, they're already in.
Fair enough. All right, so someone's
you got guns drawn. Like there is no ifs, ands, or buts.
Someone's getting lead in the head if they come down them stairs.
Okay, they have come down the stairs. There are human beings down here with guns drawn.
Okay. So the first one, crit success and a 2. So a crit success and a 2. If I'm shooting them, I will aim as my minor action, which makes my called shot to their face not an increase in difficulty, and a crit success and a 2 with the tag skill.
It hits. Stop. It's already dead.
Stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop rolling dice. Stop.
You hit. You absolutely hit. You are at. This is like. You're fighting in a fucking basement right now. It's tight quarters. If you didn't crit, might have been a little bit more difficulty, perhaps, because I guess you would be at close range. Everybody at the moment, you're all within the same pocket. But with that amount of difficulty with your gun, you do still hit with that crit. So
would you like me to now roll my combat dice?
I would love it if you rolled all the combat dice in the world.
Over here, I only have 10. So
fucking 10
only.
Okay, this is gonna take. I need an abacus to count all this up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus piercing 2 to the face.
To the face.
To the face.
Face.
Piercing 2 to the face.
So it all goes through.
Through their face.
Which ain't not.
That ain't not
bad. And just like pink mist head was there, and now it is not. The shot rings true, and he is very much dead.
They're in a better place.
Couldn't be much deadier. No, couldn't be. Yuri.
Okay, that's your turn.
Your go. Well done.
Okay. I'm going to just take a knee and level Sherlock Holmes at the group.
Okay.
And fucking not do anything fancy. And pull the fucking trigger. That's perception plus energy weapons, so that's a 9. 9 to hit.
9 to hit ain't bad.
That's an 18 and a 16.
Ooh.
So nothing happens.
You do not miss. You do not hit. Burn and ammo. You have missed. Anything you want to do with your minor action?
What do I see around the room?
Oh, is a lovely little question. Anything you're looking for in particular? You've got junk. You've got some ramshackly sort of barricadey type things. You see the remnants of the trap, which was, or the alarm jury rigged that was there on the board. Is there anything in particular you're looking at eye?
I guess not. I was kind of looking for anything that I could bar the way with, like run up to and push over in this big ass hallway that would kind of block a little bit.
There's already like debris in the way. There are some more like
okay then.
Yeah, it's all pretty well ransacked in here already. If you wanted to really get in the way of these guys, you probably would have had to have more time to get the jump on.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I cast magic missile. Wait.
Oh wait. Okay.
Bardic
inspiration.
No, I'm actually then I'm gonna use the rest of my turn to find a little bit of cover by the door and hunker down.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you move a little bit out towards the doorway there. That's going to bring it to some raidery dudes. And first and foremost, there's only 4 of them left. One of them, the first one, is going to open fire. I'm going to do these as a bit of a group thing because there are so many of them. Yep. So
That sounds nice and fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Grant, you are hit for. These guys just open up and start like unleashing the beast. Grant, you are hit for 3 damage before armor.
I do have a defense of 2 for what it's worth.
That is actually with your defense of 2, believe it or not.
Okay.
Johnny,
Okay.
you were hit for 4 points before armor.
I'm sorry, you said 2 points?
Sorry, yeah, 3 points before armor.
3 points.
There,
Got it.
there, Grant. Johnny, 4 points before armor. And lastly, Yuri, you are hit for 3 points before armor.
Oh, 3 points before armor. I don't
Yes.
love that.
Don't love that. But that is 3 of the 4 of them who have shot and opened fired. A 4th runs up to Mr. Microwave and is actually going to take a swing with and totally miss wide with a combat knife and just like swing and a miss, which then brings it to Mr. Microwave, who's going to Mr. Handy Buzzsaw for a hit, not too shabby, and
Mr. Handy Buzzsaw attack.
4 damage, which ain't too shabby on one of our now 4, not 5. I need to kill this one. Raiders, which brings it to Johnny to the end of the order. What's the move there, buddy?
So what is what is Johnny's current range to the Mr. Microwave / his raider situation?
Great
Johnny wants to shoot
question.
that raider specifically.
Vis-a-vis the Raider situation.
Yes.
Yeah, vis-a-vis the raider situation.
Yep.
And
Which
I also
one?
like if I use my center mass perk,
Oh,
which
yeah.
I can automatically target my location's torso. Does that, even if he's in close combat, do I still hit him in the torso? Like, is that a complicating factor?
I think, well, so he's not in close combat with you, but he's in close combat with
Mr. Microwave.
Microwave. Now, your shotgun is a close quarters weapon, is it not?
I'm using combat rifle.
Okay.
Or
With,
unless
Is
he's
that
too
close or
close.
medium?
It's medium.
Okay. This is a good question because this is not a situation we've encountered before where one of you is shooting at somebody who's entangled with someone else. I don't honestly know off the top of my head what the altering factors are for that. I feel like it's just going to increase the difficulty. So
I'm sorry I broke the game.
It's okay. No, it's good. It's good because every time we encounter something we don't. Where's our rules lawyer? Where's Matt? Where's Matt? Why isn't he in the chat? Why isn't he watching today? Matt, when you watch this, tell us what we did wrong. Because I don't know what it is. So I'm just gonna say that it's gonna increase the difficulty in this case. Now I think if you're shooting with the combat rifle, then that's a medium range weapon and they're already in close. So if we increase the difficulty again, you're gonna need 3 successes to hit home.
Okay,
but-
so
but
if I
with your
switch to
shoddy,
the shotgun,
Yeah,
not
I
in
think-
close range.
yeah,
Okay,
it's a close range, so that's gonna be a
let's
difficulty.
do shotgun then.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Wha-
what we're gonna do.
Whip him out,
So-
give him both barrels, baby.
You get your hands off of him, you bastard! And here we go.
Classic Johnny one-liner. Give us the rolls, baby.
Ooh, so that's 1 success and then 1 non-success.
Okay. Do you have anything to any modifying things
Yes.
you can do?
I was I was using center mass to target my target's torso, and I may re-roll 1d20 that I just rolled. So this could be the one.
I like that you guys are like mid to high level now because it gives you like fun stuff to be like.
Oh, it's so much worse. I rolled a 19.
Oh, okay.
It's so much worse.
It's not a crit fail because 19 crit fail is difficulty 3 test. So like just skin
Johnny.
that one.
Oh.
But it is going to be a swing and a miss. We got 2 misses so far, but that is going to bring it to the top of the order to Grant. Grant, what is the move?
You know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, I do.
I'm shooting.
Yeah.
I do.
It's pretty easy when your name is the Rifleman. I will buy an action point, please.
Okay, sure.
And I'm going to aim. I will also aim at the head because I like doing so.
Okay.
So all those things combined, that's 1 crit success. One of those is so crit success, normal success, and a re-roll
Okay.
is a 5. So 3 successes, one of which is a critical success, and it's a tag skill. So
It hits.
do I hit? Do I hit?
It hits at this range with your medium range weapon. It is difficulty 2 to hit, but like that's 3 successes. So like yeah, you do the thing. You do the thing.
All right.
Roll damage, please.
My thumb's getting sore hitting the plus button on roll my dice.
Oh my god.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, piercing 2.
Okay, you do 7 damage to this raider. He does not look great.
He probably is missing half his face.
Yeah, it's not good. He takes the hit to the noggin. Let's say for like narrative purposes, because like anytime you get shot in the head, like yeah, you're not gonna be walking around anymore. He's wearing a army helmet. He's wearing an old motorcycle helmet. There we go, with no visor. That's like got like spikes and bullshit. Very raidery look to it,
Right.
and it takes not the majority of the hit because it all goes through. But it means that he's not dead right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
That was just your major action. Do you have a minor action?
That's all. Well, aim was part of the minor, so
okay.
that's
Got
it for me.
Groovy.
I will spend my ammo and then I'm done.
Okay, Yuri, back. Oh, I'm losing my headphones. Yuri, back to you.
I'm going to remember how to play the game properly.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'm going to use my minor action to aim
Cool.
Nice.
with Sherlock Holmes because I'm not jumped this time.
Sure.
And I'll aim at the middleest person.
Okay.
The middlest raider.
The middlest
And
little panda.
My
Middlest
target
hobo.
number is 9.
Okay.
That's a 14 and a 6, so 1 hit.
Okay. And this is your
Sherlock Holmes, baby.
Laser pistol's it's a close range weapon, is it not?
I have it close quarters and gyro stabilized.
Oh, it's close
Ooh.
quarters too. That's pretty slick.
Yes.
Okay, so you can use it at no penalty when you're like in like a melee fight too. So you can like fucking gun fu this little fucking. You can John Wick this motherfucker. Yeah.
Love that for
Yeah.
me.
Love that
Oh,
for you.
God, Rick.
Okay,
Love
so that
movie.
hits. Roll damage.
That is, oh my god,
Please be good.
That's-
Please be good.
4 damage.
Oh!
And
And
Okay.
nuclear.
So-
nu-
Yeah, so that triggers your what is it, the spread or the rapid fire ability that you have.
yes, what hits everybody else.
So it just hits fucking just the whole squad there for what was it for 5 damage.
4
Dang.
damage plus a nuke.
Now you have to spend that counts as damage as well as the special effects, so it's 5 across the board. But you have to spend.
I will go ahead and spend the ammo
you have
for
to spend
that.
the ammo to do it. Yeah, and is it 2 or is it just 1? I can't remember.
I'm just gonna spend the 1.
Just spend the 1. Okay, cool. Yep. So that's gonna hit the whole fucking squad. So the one that Grant fucking almost just liquefied, he drops, and by drops like he gets like 3 of these, like, because when this thing pops off, it's like, yeah, like fucking just like climbs up. He takes like all of like the first burst to like the chest, just like, and like you can see the lasers, like the blue laser light of it, like go through him, which is like kind of cool, just like, and like leave like perfectly cauterized like lightsaber holes all through him, and he just like fucking just like his torso just comes apart, and the others all take a fucking good old Just a good old bunch of damage along.
Get a whole bunch
for
of damage.
The ride, except for the one who's currently with Mr. Microwave, because otherwise you'd have to be. Well, I'll let that be your call if you want to hit him too, but then you'd also be hitting Mr. Microwave.
No, we'll just get the guys.
You were shooting at the firing line, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that
Totally.
ain't not too shabby. 2 of them are now down, and and 2 of them are looking bloodied, if you will. And the last and the third one standing, he's perfectly fine, and he's tangled up with Mr. Microwave. Which actually brings it to our lovely raiders, who are going to return fire. One of them is shooting at. Well, let's see who it shoots at. That is Yuri, and he's going to hit.
Do that.
Oh, he's going to hit Yuri for.
Our beloved tank Yuri.
Yeah, for 3 damage before armor again.
God.
The second one.
Get shot.
The second one's going to shoot at. Oh, I'm very sorry, but Yuri as well, but he misses.
Okay.
But he misses. Needed 2 successes, only got 1. The last one is going to take a swing at Mr. Microwave and is going to hit. When it hits Mr. Microwave for 2 damage, and he's a strong motherfucker, so I don't even know if he actually takes any damage off of.
We should
that
get
one.
this guy some crazy raider plating. Mr. Microwave needs a makeover wasteland style.
That ain't not bad. So it is now Mr. Microwave's turn, who's going to return attack on the raider, and he hits. Actually, I forgot that he had already hit that raider too for some damage. Who is now also looking very bloodied after that whole situation. Yeah, I forgot that Microwave had hit that raider previous as well. He's looking worse than the other 2 at the back of the pack, which brings us to the top of combat round 3. Nope, we forgot Johnny Bottlecap. Johnny Bottlecap, it is the end
Johnny
of combat
Bottlecap.
round 2. What do you do, buddy?
Johnny still wants to get that guy away from Mr. Microwave, so I had a thought of a series of actions that Johnny might like to take, and it may
Loving this
require me to
already.
purchase another major action. Johnny wants to run. I don't know what the distance is between him and Mr. Microwave, but basically he wants to run up to him,
It's close.
kick the dude away, and then take a shot with his shotgun.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so yeah, I'll say that you would in fact need to spend deuce action points, which you currently don't have, but you could spend them to go into the pot to do that. And we'll call it an unarmed strike essentially. So you have to perform an unarmed attack on this goof, and then I'll say that gives you the clearance, if you will, to then shotgun this dude.
Okay, yeah, let's
or
do
whatever
that.
weapon
So
you want to choose. But,
yeah, no, I want to do that. So what are my challenge for
Great
my unarmed
question.
strike?
Unarmed strike is, hold on as I pull up this thing I have here. It is what is it?
We're vamping.
We're vamping.
vamping.
Is it just strength plus unarmed?
Oh, that's not great.
Ooh, you can use your luck thing.
Luck-
Use your
Yeah,
fancy luck
you
thing.
can use a luck point to replace
Lucky
my luck
punch.
stat with strength. Because my unarmed is 0.
Okay, so you're looking for
Not
a
great.
10 then, and it's a difficulty
Yeah.
1 test. So
You're doing a Tour de France bicyclist slap, is what you're doing.
It's a run by fruiting.
Please direct your hatred to the comments below.
Well, that's 1 success. So
That's
I
all
mean,
you
I
need?
kicked him. That's
all
all
you
I
need.
needed.
That's it.
You kick him. Roll 4 damage dice. You might fucking kill this guy with the kick. I'm not gonna lie.
Could you imagine? Oh,
I can't imagine.
I can
Okay.
also, for what it's worth, imagine.
That's a lot of 3s and 4s. I got a 6 and 2 4s and a 3.
Okay.
So like that's just 1 damage.
Yeah, that is actually just 1 damage. So he is still alive.
Boo.
But you do boot fuck him clear enough away from Mr. Microwave. And I can't remember. I don't think you get any like disengage, like attack of opportunity shit. So I don't think Mr. Microwave gets a chance to react to that as per se. Although I kind of like narratively that he might, but I'm gonna say because I don't know. No, fuck it. Rule of cool.
You wanna
Why
get
not? I'm
rules
gonna make
while
it
you're
I'm gonna make
Rule
it difficulty 2 unarmed attack. Mr. Microwave misses. But so if you wanna let rip, yeah, you can do just that.
Okay, yeah. Now we're gonna shoot him with the shotgun.
Okay.
And let's see how that
Shoot
goes.
him with a gun. Shoot him with a gun. I want to get you.
What was the difficulty of the test?
It's only difficulty 1 if you're shooting with a shotgun.
Oh, perfect. I got a success then.
Yeah.
The shot goes off. Roll me damage dice.
6 damage dice.
So many.
That's so many damage dice.
You have to work pretty hard to not kill this guy, I feel. Come on.
5 damage.
Yep, he's super dead. Both barrels clap off on this thing, and yeah, he just like, it's like, you know, cartoon style, like he like all 4 limbs like barrel out as he just like flies up and like up and forward and like smacks into like the wall on the other side of this like soda pop shop counter and fucking just like smashes into like the old glass display of something. Like it's very like, you know, 80s action movie, just gets like tossed into the wall and like an excessive amount of glass and bullshit just like breaks for no reason in slow-mo. That's the weirdest part, is that like the rest of this fight is happening in regular speed, but that one thing is in slow motion, which is like really strange and like
It really tells you how cool it is.
Johnny, I have a question. Will you be back?
I'll be back.
I was very confident.
I was half expecting that to come out in an Arnold voice, and I like more that it didn't. Okay, there are now only 2 standing in front of y'all at the other end of the building, and seeing that their shit has just been fairly well handed to you, one of them taps the other one on the shoulder and says, "Jesus Christ, let's go!" And like as they're heading towards the door, one of them takes a shot. And it takes a shot at Grant and actually misses, interestingly enough.
Dummy.
The second one shoots at, that is Johnny Bottlecap, and why not? Let's spend some action points against y'all.
Poor Johnny.
Why not? Still misses. Wow.
Yeah.
As they
Eat
are,
it,
As they're
loser.
pulling back towards the door, they are now like just on the threshold on the outer side of the door, making a bit of a runaway. What do you do?
Are we top of the order?
Top of the order.
All right.
Gentlemen, you called for Jesus Christ. Put your guns down and you may find him with this old preacher. Keep running, and I have no hesitation shooting both of you in the back.
I'm gonna ready in action. If they keep moving, I'm shooting.
That's
And I'll-
fucking cold.
I'll ready
I
my-
like it.
Ice cold. I gotta chill.
Yeah, no, that's good.
That's some Bible shit. Are you preaching to them? All right.
No, you're the preacher, man. It's good. It's good. Yeah. No, that was really good.
That's my thing, man. You're taking my thing, man.
My thing,
Taking
man.
my thing.
It's like, you know, fucking Barry.
Well, now
Pepper
I'm all Mr.
quoting-
Pew Pew.
Quoting Bible verse and fucking Saving Private Ryan shit going on here right now. The Lord is my shepherd. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna roll for this one, and it's going
I'll
to
do it.
be, I guess, an intimidation sort of style
Speech?
roll. So
Is
it's
that like speech?
yes, it's gonna be charisma.
Okay, yeah.
I feel
Speech
like
and charisma.
I guess so. I feel like speech is.
I'm leading you to speech and.
I know you
charisma.
are. I know you are.
Speech and-
Could it be
Yeah, fuck
speech
it.
and
Fuck it.
charisma?
I'm not
Like,
gonna go searching through the book. I almost feel like it should be like survival or something, because like you're trying to like talk them into it. But no, fuck it. Yeah. What did I just say? The speech and
Yeah. Speech and charisma.
Speech, speech one. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense to me just
Well,
off the
course,
top
yeah,
of
sure,
my head.
Yeah.
Um,
Roll it.
Is this an opposed roll? Am I opposing the
Yeah.
roll?
You know what? It is.
Yeah.
I'd love to use that smooth talker perk and oppose their willingness to keep fighting.
Okay.
Or keep running. as it were.
Or well, I mean, they can run all they want.
Yeah.
They'll just exit wounds.
You
in
can
their chest.
run, but I'm gonna find you.
Yeah.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Sure.
Okay, what?
They're not particularly good at like much of anything, which is fun. But one of them rolls well. And keeps running. The other one does not, and like gun.
This worked
like,
out
drawn up.
perfectly, actually.
Yeah.
Worked out
Like
perfect.
gun, pipe pistol or pipe rifle gets dropped, arms go up, and the other one keeps running.
For what it's worth, my speech was a crit success and a success. I have barter or speech, smooth talker that lets me re-roll if it's not a success, but
Right.
it is.
Okay.
And so they're like, at least one of them, it sounds like, heard what I was saying.
Oh, big time.
Okay, cool.
I'm next up in the order, so I'm just gonna shoot the one that's running.
Okay. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
Love that.
I
For you.
love that for you.
Yep.
So
It's
he
going to be
Shot in the back with the actually, I'm gonna bust out the
Oh yeah, you are. The laser
yeah,
musket.
the laser musket.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good thing too because now that he's sort of outside and like running, you're gonna be like shooting like through like the window, like the large like bay window to shoot at him. So it's you're at now medium range to
Yeah, he's gonna get shot with a laser musket.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a 3 and a 5, so that's 2 successes.
Oh,
Ooh, yep, roll
I'm
damage.
gonna hit him with a big old 5 dice.
Oh yeah, get him good, get him good.
That's 2, 4, and then 2 nuclear options.
Yeah, okay.
So that's
You
So
peg
that's
this
6.
goof. Yeah, you peg this goof square in the back, like, and like it fucking fires off, and like direct hit, like a cold one right between the shoulder blades,
cold one right
right
between the
shoulder
shoulder
blades, baby. And like as you hit it, like he like just fully like atomizes. He was there, then he's just like not in like a weird flash, like all of like the moisture in his body just got like cooked, and he just kind of like poof dust, like fucking ninja dust. He Buffy the Vampire Slayer fucking bamfs out of existence.
Yeah, and then with I guess we're out of combat, so I'm picking up what Grant is doing, and so I'm going to walk up to the man who now has his hands up.
Okay.
And I'm going to like crouch down. I'm guessing he's on his knees with his hands up.
Sure, why not? He gets down and he is now in a cowering
is he praying? Please
seven
say he's
position.
praying.
Yeah.
I'm going to get down next to him, and I'm going to put my musket rifle, like I'm going to crouch down in my habit and just say, now my friend here is going to ask you some questions. If you answer them correctly, you will live. If you do not, then I will bury you out back. Do you understand these things?
Yeah, loud and clear.
We have very specific questions. We do not hold any grudge against you for jumping us. However, Grant, and I'll like wave you over.
Yeah. I come out, put my rifle away as I'm walking, and pull out my pistol, and I'll just like rest it against his temple. Not subtle.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Your fate is in your own hands now. You answer honestly, you live. I'm going
what
to
do you
now
wanna
go
know?
to the wall.
Just don't shoot. Whatever you want. Whatever you want to know, it's fine. Just everybody just be cool, okay? Let's be a couple of Fonzies here today, okay?
everybody be cool. Point the gun at me, Yolanda.
Yeah. What do you want to know, okay? What do you want to know?
Be cool, honey buddy. Be cool.
Honey bunny, be cool. Okay.
So what do you
Well,
want to know? Grant?
all right. So I'm asking if this guy knows of any Legion camps in the area. Where have they set up? Where are they sleeping?
I don't know. I don't know of any camps, but it's just really hard to focus with that gun just like right against. Can we just like a couple inches? Like I can't.
Yeah, I'll lower it so it's not aimed right at his head and touching his skin. Sure.
Okay, all right. Just like I said, we're just gonna be pretty cool here. I don't.
I will take his gun from him though.
Sure. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like sort of kick his weapon away and pick it up. And in fact, what did I have these raiders having? You've gotten yourself
Pipe pistols.
Yeah. So pipe rifles.
Pipe rifles.
Pipe rifles, and the one who had, or the two, I guess it was, that had some melee shit, or they got some melee weapons. But we'll go through that in just a minute because we're nearing the end of the episode. And as you ask, where, if any, Legion folks would be, I don't know of any camp, but if it's Legion you're after, then I think I might know a thing or two about that. It's, well, have you ever heard of Granby?
Oh,
and that's where we're gonna end it for today. That is our cliffhanger episode ender as I sing this song. You guys have just gotten the best of some raiders who tried to get the best of you, and a little bit of a ghost from Grant's mysterious past has just dropped in the name of Granby, the town, which we don't quite know exactly what Grant did there once upon a time, but we know it weren't. So
I'm sure it was super good.
Super
I did what I had to do.
And we'll find out about that possibly in our next episode in 2 weeks' time, which according to my calendar makes that on the 22nd. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry, we're away next week, are we not? Or next stream.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we are actually going to be away next time around. We've got some prior obligations, so we're going to be back in just under a month's time on the 6th of May. We might have something in that Friday slot, so keep an eye out for maybe we're gonna do something potentially special, or maybe a stream of a different type. So it won't be.
We can do something.
It won't be a canonical, perhaps, Fistful of Neutrons show, but we're gonna have something for you folks. Is the plan on the 22nd? But the next episode proper, continuing the story as we near towards the beginning of the end, if you will, of this campaign, of this season, will be on the 6th of May. But thank you all so much for tuning in. We got a little bit of combat in there at the end, a little bit of character development, and we've got a lot of fun stuff planned for you folks going forward. Again, we are still raising those funds for Project Hope and Follow for Hope. So if you're able to donate at all, please follow the links in the description down below to our fundraiser. We've raised, what is it, $750. It's pretty awesome. We've hit our target.
That's amazing, guys.
That's great. We're going to keep that target going as long as people need help. The more we've got to give. So we're going to keep this fundraiser rolling. If you want to also give in a different way and perhaps get yourself a little bit of WGNR swag in the process, then consider checking out the link down below to our Spreadshirt shop, where you can get yourself some WGNR merchandise, like some fun mugs, t-shirts, like the prize pack that Pandora's Box won here today, themed in our WGNR and 2D20 regalia. So we're gonna have lots more of that merch coming for you as well. Have the proceeds from the any sales for the rest of the month, and probably going forward, depending on how things go, will go towards our Project Hope kitty as well. So anything you're able to do there as far as merch, or of course if you're able to donate directly, that's the best way that you can help out folks in Ukraine through our fundraiser. All the funds are being matched, so if my math is correct, which I'm no mathematician, but I think it is, 750 times 2, we're looking at $1,500 so far there, ladies and gentlemen. So fantastic.
We're actually the third ranked podcast on the whole fundraiser.
There you go. That's fun. I didn't know that. There we go.
That's fun.
Learning things as we go. So thank you all so much. We got lots of stuff down below. Thank you so much for all of the donations that everyone's doing. If you can't donate yourself, please consider spreading the word to those who can. Every little bit helps because the funds are being donated, and it doesn't have to be just during the stream that you can donate as well. That link is always live, and you can find it on all of our social media channels. And of course, please come by and join us on our Discord. There's links to that down below as well. Love chatting with all you folks. It's always great, both on and offline, about this game.
Love
Follow
you guys
Wasteland
so much.
Warfare so much. Keep spreading the word. Keep doing what you're doing. Blows our mind that you folks are tuning in for us all the time. It's really, really great. So we'll be back in 2 weeks with something fun and special. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with another full-fledged Fistful of Neutrons, say that 5 times fast, episode on May 6th. So thank you all so much once again. We will be back. Stay tuned for more Fallout Wasteland Warfare content coming out this week. We got all kinds of fun videos coming your way. So stay tuned as always, and we will be back. Adios, muchachos. We will be back.
Friends.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.
Please come back.
Bye-bye.
Love you so much.
Bye-bye. Until we meet again. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back.